Hi everybody, Leah here with your weekly card reading starting Monday the 6th of March 2023. This card reading is for the week ahead, whenever you happen to watch it. When I was shuffling, the Emperor card flew out, and it's also in the daily cards. So for some of you that's going to be really significant, so make sure you read the daily cards to see that one. And we're using the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards in honor of International Women's Day this week. Okay, so start of the week we have Four of Air. So this is talking about needing some rest, needing a little bit of time out. But I almost feel as though for some of you it's almost just this sense of contentment, of just being happy where you are, not needing to push through or take action or put a whole lot of effort in right now. It's almost like I've done all of the work, I'm tired, but I'm quite content with where I'm at. And so it just feels as though you're going to take some time, just some time out, just to chill and just to be, and to be grateful for everything you have in your life, just to enjoy what you have rather than sort of doing that constant push to make things happen or to get more. So really give yourself the time at the beginning of the week to just relax and be and focus on all the good you already have and how grateful you are for that. It is partnered with the card of Undying Love. For some of you, I feel like there really could be a new relationship coming in this week, because it has come up in the daily cards and it is very much a soul-based connection. And that fits in really with this as well. So if you meet someone new this week, whether it's a friendship or a romance, it's probably going to feel like you've just known them forever. And that connection is going to be really strong and powerful, and it's going to be really hard to ignore that. And it really does feel to me, this is quite heart-based, and this could come into this just taking that time to feel content, to just be, and from that place, that's when you can open yourself up to something new and good coming in. So really, really important to do that at the beginning of the week. Now, the middle of the week, we have the Strength card, and it is partnered with the card of Infinite Supply. Infinite Supply lets you know you will never go without. You have everything that you need is available to you. You just have to get into that right vibration to allow it in. And that's what you're trying to do at the beginning of the week. So it feels like if you do that and you keep that going, then as the week goes on, what you need is going to start flowing to you. You will just expect that it's going to be there, that you're going to be supported, and everything you need is going to just flow to you with very little effort on your part. Now with that Strength card there, I don't know, I think this is going to be different for two groups of you. For some of you, I really feel like you are just, with that contentment, you are just so secure here and in the strength of who you are and what you're bringing to the world that nothing can sort of shake you. You're functioning in life without having to try, because you just have this innate understanding that everything I need is going to come to me, and you know you are more than capable of achieving anything you want in life. So for some of you, I really just feel like this is that connection with your inner strength and just knowing it's there and trusting in that. Now for others, we do have the Death card in the middle of the week in the daily cards, and so I do feel for some of you, this is you calling on that inner strength to let go of an old situation and open yourself up to this new thing that is just so much more in alignment with who you are and your soul purpose. A lot of people, freak out when they see the Death card, thinking someone in their life would be dying, but it doesn't represent that. This is very much an ending for something for you in order to allow you to move through that and start something new. This feels very much though like a soul-based, You know, it's almost, you just get to a point where it's like, I know there is something more for me. I need to be doing something more, something different. You have probably changed as a person over the last few years if you've been doing this inner healing work. And it's almost like you just get to this point where you know that has to go now because I'm moving on to something else. And so it really does feel as though you're going to need that inner strength in order to follow through on your plans there. Now, at the end of the week, we have 2 cards, the Ego card and the Ten of Fire. And it's partnered with the card of Blossoming. With the Ego card there, it feels like you are trapped, but you are not. And with the Ten of Fire, it's like you again, it's working too hard, it's trying too hard, it's bringing a lot of stress upon yourself. And so I feel as though if you haven't done this work at the start of the week, it's going to really force you to do it as you go into the end of the week. For others, every time you peel a layer off in your healing, in your spiritual journey, whatever you want to call it, things will come up to see if you really have moved on and let that stuff go. So don't be concerned if at the end of the week old feelings resurface, old people resurface, you know, financial struggles, anything like that, that you're like, God, I thought I dealt with that, but shit, here it all is again. It's almost like you just go, this is an opportunity to get yourself back into that good, strong vibration of where you bring in that good. So, you know, money is a really easy example that if you're struggling, you're worrying about money, if all of a sudden money starts going out, it's not coming in, and you start to worry, from that place, you're going to see more of that. So it's a reminder to pull yourself out of that, to go back to where you are at the start of the week, to get very centered, get your vibration high again, and allow what is there to come into you to come in. With the Blossoming card there, again, it's just a reminder that you need to be patient with yourself. This is always an ongoing learning journey. You know, we might know logically the law of attraction work and that we need to do it, but at the same time, we're human with human emotions and physical constraints and lives, and so it can be difficult to get into that flow and keep it there all the time without falling back in these old patterns. So just be gentle with yourself. You know the process, so just keep coming back to that every time you feel like you've been thrown off track a little bit. Bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Fire, and we have the True Love card here. So again, there's this reminder, I do feel like some of you are going into a new relationship this week. But this is it's very soulmate connection here. You will know. If this is the person you're meant to be with, you will just know without a doubt, because you will feel it so strongly in here. And with the 4 of Fire there, again, this is this card of contentment. It's abundance. It's everything you need coming in for you. It's completing something, opening yourself up for something new. It's a happy home life. So it fits in beautifully with everything that we've talked about. But you will have to give yourself that time and space at the start of the week. And then as the week goes on, to really keep coming back to that, to allow these changes to happen. The healing card from my healing cards for this week is the card of stillness. So again, just taking that time to just sit, to be, to breathe, to just be content with where you are. And the Law of Attraction card for this week is first I reach for joy and all else follows. And it says, once you consciously identify your current state of emotion, it becomes easier for you to understand whether you are choosing thoughts that move you closer to your desired destination or farther from your desired destination. If you will make the improved feeling or emotion your real destination, then anything and everything you want will quickly follow. So every time you find your emotions are feeling, if you're feeling hurt, angry, guilty, any of those things that you can feel just bring you down, just take that as advice from the universe. Say, okay, something's not working here. What do you need to change? How do you bring yourself back into those content feelings and those happy feelings? And so really take that as your guide. And again, don't get cranky at yourself when this happens, because it's always going to be a process and life is going to happen. But the more you recognize it and pull yourself out of it quicker, the more it's just going to start to flow for you and you won't have to think so much about it. The oil for this week is Melissa, which is the oil of light. And so this is you really coming into that soul-based place of being. It's opening up that spiritual connection, and it's really living a life of purpose that is meant just for you. Beautiful oil to help you if you're struggling with any of that. So have a fantastic week. I'll see you next week.